Me and Dan, we've been doing what we've been doing. It's just when we stopped doing what we was doing and stopped trying, we just blew up just having fun. So we just recorded ourselves at McDonald's. I put a voice on and make it funny. He was just doing a basic New Orleans dance that we always do, and it just took off.
So you guys are from New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans. And he's from Baton Rouge.
So explain the culture, of New Orleans, since back in the 90s, how things were versus now.
All right, so within the culture, as far as being in Atlanta and being in New Orleans, to say Atlanta has twerking, but New Orleans has shaking. It's two different forms. It's like it's faster, it's more different, and this one is really more choreographed, and all this shit got certain names for the moves, and just like our atmosphere is different. I don't know if y'all really have y'all own music, but y'all have a certain style of music. But we have our own music, which is bounce music. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and then the Baton Rouge and New Orleans, they both within the same as far as grammar wise, but they're different within style wise. You got Baton Rouge is way more country, way more hood-ish, but then you got New Orleans, which is way more savage, and it's just a little bit way more. I don't know, semi commercial, but not really. But it's just as hood, but it's just a little more swag to it.
Okay. So when you guys got started, what was the whole plan? Was it to get Dan's dancing off the ground? I mean, what was it?
Nah, the plan was really just to have fun. We didn't have a goal. Because I was doing videos on Vine before I met him. And then when I met him, he was like, he wanted to do videos. I was just like, I'm done doing videos because Vine was dying for me. We moved in with each other, and then we just did a video. Then once a nigga got evicted, niggas started doing more videos, and then that's when God blessed us, and we just started blowing up like that.
So in regards to the voice, the voice sounds familiar to me.
Right.
Where did you pull from?
Man, you got multiple people. You got Austin Powers, you got Boosie Collins. In New Orleans, you got Big Chew. You know what I'm saying? But it's how you say it, how you use it. So I ain't take nothing wrong with it. I gave everybody credit. You know what I'm saying?
How was the process? First you guys started off in a McDonald's. That thing, did what it did, and then what made you progress to go into different places?
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, when we did McDonald's, we did it more than once. And people was like, y'all don't make stupid people famous. All they do is go to McDonald's. So it was like, all right, we talented though, so we could do other things. So we started going in stores. Oh, don't make stupid people famous. All they do is go in stores and steal. So me and Dan was like, fuck it, let's do some other shit. We found a few people for All-Star break, about 2016, 17. Ran to a few managers, was like, let us pop up on your artists. And the artists didn't know. And then we ran up on T-Pain, Anthony Davis, a few other people that was like, yo, these dudes really doing that. All they do is stand in third. So now we just travel every day. So like nobody know our next move. They're impressed with what we're doing.
So what's the situation with Great Value J. Cole? There's a lot of questions being asked about him in reference to him knowing y'all or not, or being part of it or not. What's that?
It started off as beef. But then once we started going up too much, the companies, they hit up our manager and it was like, we can't have you going in our stores doing the things y'all do. So what if we got y'all to work with us instead of, defamation and all that, just messing over them. Right? We also did get him fired. You know what I'm saying? When we was doing that. But once we started working with them, we was like, well, we kind of feel bad. So we actually got them to hire him back.
Okay.
But he ended up quitting months later. Now he work at a different urban store.
So what's been the I guess the most serious situation that y'all have come into that did anything result in any real problems, or was it all fun? How does that go?
Yeah, Dan had took a policeman gun. He took a policeman gun. But I don't record stuff like that because that's how you mess up your future endorsements, future promo with companies. So if I say Dan went to jail 3 to 4 times, believe me, went to jail 3 to 4 times. You just won't see it because those clips go around forever.
So you guys recently put out a music video.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tell us about that a little bit.
Oh, that's the one. All right, so that's the one is basically a New Orleans term. It's something where females would say, like, let her try me. That's the one to try me because if she try me, I'm gonna whoop her ass. Or if you got a nigga that pull up with like buku bad bitches and everybody like, oh nigga, that's the one right there. Like, you that nigga. So that's the one could mean a lot of things. Just like when we say yeah in New Orleans, we could be saying 1,000 things.
Okay. So being that it's been over a year that you guys have been at it, how's fame You know, how are you guys taking that? Are you, when
So-
you're going from city to city and you're doing the same things over and over again, is that getting to you or are you enjoying it?
It's only overwhelming when you have people that want a picture with you that don't know your name. Now, we take pictures with people that don't know our name, that know our face, but it's certain ways how people like, hey, say, hey, do that shit you do, hey, let me get a picture. It's just like, they got ignorant people. You know, me and Dan, we don't care, because we humble. We came from nothing, and now we got something, so we just want to spread positive energy, because what you put in this world, you get back 10 times back. I always say that. So whenever they got somebody being ignorant, we be ignorant back, but we be childish. It's childish ignorance. Like, we play along with them to see how far they would want to go with us, because we don't get tired. We play all day. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. We'll still take a picture, but you're going to remember who the fuck we are when you walk off. You know what I'm saying?
So regards to the dancing itself, you know, you're a talented guy. Where are you planning on going with the dancing? Is it just fun, or are you trying to really make it in regards to dancing?
Yeah, well, it really, he see, the thing is, before he blew up, he was already dancing, background dancing for the Nene Boys, Well Tunes, Trey Songz, certain artists like that, but then it just died down. So now it's really more so fun for him. Like, he don't even do half the dance moves he used to do. He don't do a lot of dancing. He stick to 3 dance moves, do the swiggle, do the hop, and the Peter Pan. That's all everybody want to see now. Some want to see him actually do dances, like the Les Twins, actual choreographers that want to work with him. And, you know, they like his work. His work ethic, it shows that he works hard. You know what I'm saying? Just coming from nothing, just doing real dances and stuff.
So what do you guys have planned in regards for the remainder of the year? What are the goals?
Oh man, we just did Wildin' Out. That's the first. We trying to work on our own show now. I'm trying to come out with a few agencies. I'm trying to come out with an anime, because we watch anime and play the game all day. So I want to make my own anime. Like, being in this position now that I'm in the industry, in a certain part of the industry, I feel like I can create and help others out, and he can create too and do his own thing too, because now we are one brand that's 2 brands in one. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to do a lot.
So speaking of anime, you know, people have been talking about Michael B. Jordan that was in Black Panther and his love for anime.
Right.
You know, it's a thing that's growing, especially amongst our people.
Right.
You know, what's your take on anime?
Oh, bro, anime is like watching something real. It's like real situations in an animated form. Like, it's the storyline is way deeper than any movies you can watch, any cartoon you can watch, because it's so serious. Like, that's why I like it. It's fire. Even though he said Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, those are real good animes, but I can see why people was hating, because those are mainstream ones. You know, he ain't saying nothing like Hero My Academia or One Punch Man or Fairy Tail or Bleach or stuff like that. You know, but he just said ones for the people that don't watch anime, that know of anime, you know?
How did you guys feel about Black Panther?
Oh, that shit was a fire-ass movie. No lie, I embraced that shit, that everybody went to the movies dressed up, all type of shit, because it just shows how white people feel about Star Wars and shit. It was amazing. But what took me out was they were selling plates at one theater in Louisiana. It was crazy. They were selling food plates, chicken and all that. I was like, it was too much, but I still fuck with it though, because I would have went and got a plate too.
Okay. So, you know, we did talk about New Orleans and Baton Rouge as a whole. You guys have a lot of talent coming out of there. Y'all, the history of New Orleans and Baton Rouge and Louisiana as a whole. Who are some of y'all's favorite artists from out of that way?
What'd you say?
Who are some of your favorite artists from Louisiana?
Nino Calvin, number 1. But no, all time, Lil Wayne, of course. But we talking about this generation, Nino Calvin, NBA Youngboy, Kevin Gates, Boosie, but overall, Lil Wayne.
So, other than you guys got thousands and thousands of followers, for those who don't know, how can they reach you?
Oh man, they can just I would go to the internet and type in Nick and Dan. Everything pop up. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Bebo, MySpace, Urban Chat, BlackPeopleMeet.com, for Pornhub, all that shit. Oh, Christian Mingle too. Christian Mingle. All that shit. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we good.